What's up guys, Tom here from the Football Boost team, and today we're here at Ultra Football and I'm joined by my good friend Adolf, and we're going to be turning him into Paul Pogba, so stay tuned. Alright, so before we go all the way to Pogba in his Manchester United kit, of course he's one of the very few players who actually has their own collection of clothing. He's got season 5 out at the moment, inspired by tying the game into a basketball theme. So I'll give these to Adolf and we'll be right back with you when it's changed. Yo, so here we are, all changed in the Pogba season 5 basketball attire. Give us a twirl, this is what we're looking at. Obviously all inspired by a basketball court with Paul Pogba's signature number 94 on it. Looking very, very clean. We'll give you a close-up in a minute. Cool thing, the shorts are also reversible, so you get a black short and a red short pretty much with purchasing the one pair. But of course we've got something more to add to this as well in the collection, so let's get on to that. Alright, of course, so to complement the basketball attire, which I think looks actually very, very clean, cool, putting together football and basketball, we have a tracksuit here. So of course Adolf is going to put this on again and we'll show you what Pogba would look like in it. Alright, so Adolf is all decked out in the Pogba tracksuit, looking fine, but of course wouldn't be a Pogba release without some shoes as well. So he released these Predator kicks, but of course he had to do something different. So as you guys can see, they have that absolutely outrageous sole with the boost in them as well. Now, personally, I'm not going to be able to wear these on my feet, but Pogba can definitely pull it off. Make sure to let us know down in the comments what you guys at home think of these kicks. And now we're going to get Adolf out of the casual wear and we're going to turn him into Pogba from this season. Alright, so now we've seen Pogba in his season 5 gear. It is time to turn him into Pogba from this season that has just been. So to start with, of course, we're going to be wearing the black Manchester United shorts. Alright, so shorts on, and obviously the next thing we've got to be putting on is the socks. Now when we're looking at Pogba's sock situation, it gets a little bit complicated, so we'll show you guys in some good detail what he actually does pre-match. So when we're looking at Pogba's sock situation, he personally prefers to wear a crew sock underneath his football sock. So he used to always wear true socks, but he actually doesn't wear them anymore. He now just wears an Adidas true sock underneath. So chuck those on, and then we'll get on to the next steps. So the next step, once Pogba's got his crew cut socks on, he then cuts his plain socks. Now a lot of pros actually do this. We've got a clip of doing this that we're going to be rolling over top of me talking right here, and you typically cut it just above the stitching line, just below the ankle. So this is what Pogba does to his socks, and then he slides them over his crew socks. For the video right here, we're not going to be cutting up a perfectly good pair of socks, so we're just going to be showing you this clip over top as I said, but then we'll be showing you what Pogba does when he puts in his shin pads. So when it comes to shin pads, Pogba again does something a little bit different. Now as you guys probably know, when you buy this style of shin pad, they come with the sleeves. You don't need those. Paul Pogba does not use them. Instead what he does is he tucks the shin pad itself underneath the crew sock and then pulls his sock over top of it, and sometimes he'll finish it by putting one stripe of tape around the middle of the shin pad, but sometimes you see him in game, he's not even done that. So for Pogba, without any tape at all, sometimes he is happy to play, which is a big surprise considering some players actually use almost a whole roll of strapping tape just to secure their shin pads pre-game. Alright, so before we get the shirt on Pogba, he also does one other thing differently to a lot of players. He tapes his wrists. So on his right wrist, it is not uncommon for him to have a layer of white tape and a layer of black tape, and then on his left wrist he often uses a layer of red tape, which is very interesting. A lot of players tend to do this. Could possibly be because of a wrist injury from when they're younger. Some players like to write like family members or names, things like that on their wrists, but we don't actually know why Pogba does it. If you think you know, do let us know, drop it in the comments down below. Alright, so Pogba is almost done. Obviously one thing stands out, he's wearing shin pads and a singlet, so that's not quite right. We have to add the shirt. Obviously this is a shirt from this season, the 2018-19 season, so we're going to be chucking that one on now, and then you'll get to see Pogba from this season just been. And with the shirt on, Pogba likes a classic fit, so he tends to just leave his shirt untucked, nothing special about it. If you see him with the shirt tucked in, it is obviously a very special occasion. But obviously every player needs something on their feet, and for Pogba it has been his season 5 collection as of recent. He of course wears the Predator Plus, laceless, and this is what he's had on his feet for the last few weeks. He is currently probably changing with the release of the 302 redirect pack, but for now he's had these bad boys on, which I've actually really grown to like this colorway. But that is Pogba from the 18-19 season, so we'll give you a quick show and then we'll move on to making him for next season, the 19-20 season, giving you a little sneak peek at the new Manchester United shirt as well, of course, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so as we've got Pogba finished here for the 18-19 season, obviously there's little bits of chat flying around, will he even be there for the 19-20 season? But we're going to show you what he'll look like if he does stay. So the first thing we're going to do is next season their home kit's going to be playing in white shorts, so that's the first thing we're going to change. Alright, with the shorts changed now, next step is going to be the socks. Obviously this season they wore those red socks fading to black at the top. Next season they're going to be wearing classic black. So we're going to change those and then we've almost completed the look. Alright, so as Adolf is sliding on these socks, obviously we talked about it, but Pogba actually cuts his, so he wouldn't have the whole foot extra at the end, it would just be this sleeve. And again, once we're down here, we're going to be looking at, of course, the shin pads, and for sure, he just tucks them into those crew socks as Adolf is about to show us, and then just pulls his sock up over top. Nice and simple compared to a lot of the pros out there that use things like different sleeves, rolls of tape. Pogba just likes them tucked into his sock and then his full length sock over top. Alright guys, so of course if you're talking about Pogba, you can't go past some of his crazy haircuts he has had in his time. So we're here in the barber zone in Ultra Football. If you ever need a trim, make sure you come down to barber zone, they'll hook you up. Now Adolf is actually going to get a trim. Might not be too Pogba-esque, but he's going to get cleaned up by Kenji the barber here, so let's watch that. And then after that I think we're almost going to be completely done, completely Pogba ready for the 2019-2020 season. Alright, so of course Pogba, we've already done it, but he tapes that right wrist with black and white and that left wrist with red. But now one last thing we got to change. Well actually there's one more thing after this, but we're looking at the shirt. This is your first look at the 1920 Manchester United home shirt, and I've gone for a very classic colorway, obviously in the red with that black trimming around the collar, and I actually quite like it. I like the touches on the badge with that black to gold, but we're going to get Adolf to chuck this on and then Pogba is almost complete for next season. Again, Pogba with his shirts, he just likes that classic untucked fit. He doesn't go for anything too fancy, but here's a close-up on the Manchester United badge. Looks very clean, that black and gold. Alright, so no player of course is fit without boots. And now you might be surprised, but Pogba isn't actually going to keep wearing his season 5s. He is going to transfer over to the 302 redirect pack from Adidas. Once again, of course, wearing the Adidas Predator Plus. Now conveniently for him, the accents of black and red on these boots match very well with the kit he is wearing at United. So we'll get Adolf to try and chuck this on his feet and then we'll get a final look.
Thank you very much.
Pogba got a trim! There he is, looking very, very clean. All ready for the 2019-2020 season, watch out. Alright guys, so there it is. That's how you guys at home turn into Pogba for his casual wear, his this season playing gear, and his next season playing gear. Big thanks to Adolf for helping us out, turning into Pogba. But what about you guys at home? Who's got the best Pogba look out of you guys? Make sure to tag us in your photos on Instagram if you reckon you're rocking the best Pogba get up. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.